advantage to the batting side, because if you just bowl even full of length balls, you drive, the ball's not going to go.
But what I noticed though, Vishal Gandhi, the captain of the United team, he's just using his medium pacers. Only one spinner was just himself, and at times he was just bowling seam up as well from a short run up. So he's operating with the medium pacers. It's easier. It's going to be harder for a spinner to grip the ball.
Yeah, turning the ball is going to be a challenge for the spinners when the ball is wet. Gripping and that's a decent shot.
Prem bowls his first delivery. It's driven down the ground by Qureshi for 1.
That brings Samir on strike.
Both batsmen out there this morning fighting a good fight for the World All-Stars who run out yesterday, both of them. This is going down the leg side, and that's a quick leg by taken. Good call there from Qureshi. They're looking for 2. It's not there. That one crashing into the pads of Khan, but it was going down the leg side. Signal leg by the umpire.
Yeah, leg by.
Big things expected from Samir Khan, because he was disappointed yesterday after he was run out, unfortunately. So he's focused. Mac tries to drive the ball, doesn't connect very well.
You can see Mark Qureshi getting angry there with himself as he banged that onto the turf. As he received 7 stitches on that right hand, where the power comes from as a right-hander. So he's not getting the sort of power that he would want. Oh, this is a good ball. Well played, equally well played. So a good foundation being forged there by the World All-Stars, but they'll be looking to increase that run rate now.
Yeah, it's 10 point. So is the 11th over in progress.
Rishi just back and adjusts nicely. And Samir Khan is very quick between the sticks. He was up there already. Gets a single.
Windows, you've been a lot of places and commentated and played cricket in your days and seen a lot of grounds. What do you think about these conditions in this ground and this location
It's
so
tough.
far?
It's tough. Especially given the fact that, I was out there early on today, and you as players, you have to be very careful. It's not very smooth. It's up and down. As Moshe Kalam would have said just now, that, as a bowler, you're so focused on putting your foot in the right place. You could get a twisted ankle. That it's difficult to really concentrate on where you want to put the ball.
Yeah.
As a batsman now, it's frustrating because this ground needs to be cut a lot shorter. So
You're absolutely right. Also, if you can see on the offside, the whole ground is sloped. It probably has like a 20-25 degree gradient.
it's not
And
Lord's
so-
Cricket Ground. There's a slope at Lord's Cricket Ground, but it's not pronounced as this.
I don't think you can even compare the two. It becomes very difficult and challenging for the fielders who are in
Well, I remember
sweeper
yesterday
cover
you-
or deep.
you were down on the slope.
I
You were
was
short.
down on the slope,
Yeah.
so I had an uphill task, literally, because I have to charge against the ball. And so it's very difficult running uphill,
and the ball is coming to
and
you.
the ball is coming, but it was grassy.
Well, that should be signal no ball. When it passed him, it was above his
It
waist
is
height.
definitely.
I think this is, and
He's saying he left the crease.
well, it's the rule. The rule is the batsman in his stance. The ball should be over the waist with the batsman in his batting stance. So he can't look at him standing. He has to consider the batsman in his batting stance. And clearly, that was over the waist. So that, to me, was a no ball. And it dipped after. So I think, well, that's an unfortunate decision there by the umpire. I think it's an error because you have to take into consideration the batsman in his batting stance, not standing. And that would have dipped after. Very unfortunate indeed.
Samir is still very, very unhappy with the decision, and he's still talking to the leg umpire, explaining to him that the ball has actually grazed his chest, and so it should be a no ball, but unfortunately,
definitely a no ball. So it's going to be Hassan, the man going out there now. That's an important breakthrough for United Stars.
That's another unfortunate out for Samir Khan again. He's furious walking back.
And he should be. That was a definite no ball.
He was playing in such good nick, and he was timing the ball beautifully, driving the ball.
So 55 for 2.
Some serious acceleration needed for the World Stars if we are to reach a total of 150 plus and then be able to bowl well.
Well, so I'm seeing some raindrops. I don't know.
No, this is water dripping off the tent from the dew.
On hopes that the rain keeps away. Yeah, Junaid, you're a very optimistic man.
This is the dewdrops coming up from this.
It's played away there down to short third man.
The fielding team has a strategy of saying, hey, if we're going to throw, we're going to throw it at the non-strikers end, seeing that MAQ wants to run a lot. They've kind of figured that out.
Oh, that's a good shot. Over point. That should go into the boundary for 4.
And it doesn't make it to the boundary.
Now. It holds up and they're going to come back for 2. I like the intention of Hassan. He realizes that overs are ticking by and he's going to go after the bowling. So there is a change in the field as the field at point goes back on the 3/4 of the way to the boundary. Had he been there prior, he would have taken that catch. There's Satyajit. Oh,
that's a big hit. It's coming towards us. It's going to be a 6. No, it's going to be a 4.
Into the boundary now for 4. So Hassan has decided to turn it up.
A couple of good overs and we should be back on track in achieving the score and the target that we want to.
Good early work done there to preserve wickets. Well played by Hassan.
Sensible batting. Batting.
Then he looks at the vacant real estate just to the left or right of the umpire, playing a bit too early. All he had to do there, Junaid, was to just wait and then played a little later. He would have been able to get the ball down in that area.
And he goes for it again. It's a cross-batted shot, but missed completely. Had he connected, that would have been a good hit as well. 61 for 2 after the end of 12 overs. MAQ batting at 19 off of 31 balls and Hassan 6 of 5 balls.
That's good. The World Stars has wickets in hand, and that's the important thing. Morshad Kalam should be in there very soon. He's a man who can take the attack.
I see him padded up and ready and geared up for action. And he is also a good striker of the ball. Makurashi to face the new over. Drives. It's going to be a single.
Fellow from Trinidad, Jelani Sills.
Is that a wide? I don't
Well,
see.
it's not signaled
I
by
don't
the
signal
umpire.
by the umpire.
Unfortunate. Umpire Raj has been a bit inconsistent at times.
I think he needs to have another coffee.
He went out there with his coffee. He has to understand this is an international tournament. You can't go out there with coffee and stuff. I think the organizers will have a word with him. Not a good delivery there. Pushed away on the offside.
I guess because most of the umpires in this tournament are volunteers, so they feel that it's okay if they do that, but which is totally against the spirit of the game.
Well, one was actually going out with a short pants. The square leg umpire. You
Driven
see, Junaid,
and
you need to push professionalism in these guys' head, and that's the only way the game could grow.
absolutely, I agree.
Qureshi and Chaitanya Rathod could do what they want in bringing the cricket here, but you have to have buy-in from the guys who are taking
If
part.
you come down to, if you come up to Orlando, Central Florida in the league, I am actually proud to say that in the beginning I didn't quite understand why they're so strict, but absolutely on the spot. You cannot wear mismatched clothes. You cannot have any uh, biased logos on your clothing unless it's a team logo. You're not allowed to wear anything which is like your country logo for where you're from, just to keep everything neutral. And the umpires actually go through a test class, which is organized by the committee, and only then you're allowed to umpire.
Down the ground, Hassan will take one.
Good throw, but it doesn't do any harm. As a matter of fact, next on the 5th of June is going to be the final, and I have a team there which is called Gully Boys. We are in the finals.
Well, Makurishi, I think, has sustained an injury and he's coming off. He's done his work.
He's done wonderful for somebody who has such a serious injury. He has the audacity to go out there and show how it can be done.
So Makurishi has retired hurt.
So Mac is back in the pavilion after scoring 21 runs of 33 balls, and he is coming out for the betterment of the team, plus also with the condition that he has on his right hand with a injury that he sustained during the last Masters in Houston. With some stitches on his webbing, he has done wonderfully well. So, well played, Mac Qureshi. Sure, I will. The new man in is Murshid Kalam, right-handed batsman who's on the not striker's end. Sami Hassan will be facing the 14th over. We see a commercial for Flavors Indian Cuisine. We've tried the food there. It is very good quality. And if you are in Brentville, Arkansas, do visit Flavors Cuisine.
Down the leg side.
Down the legs. That was a
Not
wild
really-
swing.
No, not be able to put that one away. So a good foundation here for the World All-Stars, 65 for 2. Qureshi retired hurt, 21. Good effort for a man with an injury. As you were saying, Junaid, batting with an injury, and
It is absolutely a treat to watch. Also very inspirational.
oh, that's a
that has been struck
magnificent
beautifully.
shot. A
all
huge
the way.
six, and it's a no ball,
6
so a
runs.
free hit will be coming up. A no ball. Well, he's signaling 6. He's now looking at the square leg umpire. Well, another unfortunate situation there. That should have been called a no ball. Well, in the interim,
That was struck very well.
yeah, Hassan took it out of the ground. He's a big man, Hassan. He's a big boy.
That went 20, 30 yards past the boundary line.
Lovely hit there by Hassan. Junaid tells me he could have hit it further than that.
Sometimes in my dreams.
So it's 71 for 2. Excellent start.
Yesterday we went, we buy the food and stuff. I give my credit card, she charged. I don't know how much she charged. And she gave me card back. And we just left. I think she charged only $18.74. Supposed to 184 or something. So that's not my fault. Later, I give my card to the I didn't even get the receipt. They didn't even give me the receipt.
No, but the guy say all the food order in one. How she could only charge for one food? All order in one. 71 for 2. Oh, what a shot! Over cover. They should run close to the boundary. And he's going to come back. Should have come back for 2 there. So 2 very aggressive batsmen in there right now, Junaid.
Yes, that's what we need at this moment, on this point of the game, to accelerate the score, because we do have enough wickets in hand, and the overs are diminishing, because this is the 14th over in progress.
Oh, that's intelligent. That's pushing and running.
So it's a dot ball, 6 runs, single, and a single so far in this over. And we're going to have Sami Hassan on strike. Let's see what he does on this ball.
Guided. One more. Intelligent cricket here, Junaid.
That is very smart, and as long as you keep the strike rotating and give the in set batsman a chance, runs will come. Struck again
Bottom hand in
to
that shot, Junaid, and there is Morshid likes to hit straight down the ground. Yeah, I'll have it. 75 for 2 after 14. 6 overs to go. What do you think could be the final score?
I'm still being very optimistic. We are at 75 runs, 6 overs, so I'm thinking 10 runs and over, another 60 runs. So
135.
135, 140.
That's
and
enough for you.
I mean, we have good bowling. So
So there's a chance for
yeah,
the
we
World
have
Stars
good
to still
bowling.
reach the finals. They lost their first game. United also lost their first game. Yesterday, we saw the Warriors winning one and losing one. And the Titans, they are
Well, Titans is
basically
a,
through to the finals, already having won 2 out of 3 matches.
the Titans have put a very strong team. Most of them are youngsters in their mid 20s, and it is their home ground, so they are quite used to playing on this field. So that is expected from them.
Oh, that was a quick delivery.
Bowler's name is Bhavik Patel.
No. This is played away down to third man for 1.
Murshid is just playing the anchor role and giving the strike to Sami Hassan.
Hold this guy 100 times.
Down the ground, and time to go back for 2. Good run in here by Moshed Kalam. It was in the air. He had enough time to run back.
1 for 9. That's it. Mine is 1 for 9.
That was 2 runs, which were run very well, and another single.
This is a very strange bowling action, and this is the 3rd player we've seen from this team with this very strange action. No, that's not right. And the square leg umpire needs to look at that action and have an assessment. Normally it comes from the square leg umpire.
It is also a very controversial subject when you get into the bowling actions. Played gently for a single by Murshid. Keeps the strike rotating. This takes the score to 80 for 2 in 15 overs. 5 overs to remain. Fifteen overs, 80 for 2 with the current run rate of 5.3. Murshid Kalam, 4 runs of 6 balls, and Sami Hassan is batting 19 runs of 15 balls. Murshid will be taking strike. Very well. Good shot. That's a great shot. And looks like it's going to be 4. Or no. He just managed to stop it inside the boundary line while the batsman has crossed over for 2 runs. Bringing the score to 83 in 15.2 overs. We need some big shots right now to take the score up.
So Vishal Gandhi, also a suspect bowling action. He was going to continue. So here's Gandhi again. Let's have a close look at this action. And yeah, that's not a. That action leaves a lot to be desired. I guess it's in the interpretation of the umpire as to whether he's throwing or not. If the game is to develop, these guys need to work on the action. So that's a wicket. Morshed Kalam goes. The 3rd wicket is down.
The new man in is Zahir Khan, who's also the wicket keeper for the World Stars. We're expecting some big fireworks from this big man. Well, we'll see another first happening. The rule for the batsman who was caught, if you cross over.
Well, Junaid, that rule is not in effect just yet. That rule comes into effect from October the 1st.
Yes, but it is in effect right now on the ground. As you can see, the batsman crossed over, but Zahir Khan, the new batsman, has gone end to face because apparently they are ahead of the times and they have adopted the new rule.
This one makes some height. Khan just on his toes, pushing it on the offside. Needs to take a look at a few. Driving. End of the over, the end of 1684 for 3.
I see a cloud cover forming, and there's a little bit more chill in the air. Hopefully, it just moves on and the sun comes back out.
It's just right over the ground, but it's high, and if it can blow away, I think we should be okay.
There seems to be some discussion about the condition of the ball. This is because the outfield is extremely moist and wet and deteriorates the ball quality very fast.
Well, I think the umpires who are out there now, they should have the balls from yesterday, and this is where you could have used a used ball, but to use a new ball.
I'm here with Samir Khan, who has batted pretty well today and struck the ball. And like to see if you have any words to your batting performance.
Thank you very much. Well, pleased to have some runs underneath me after having the bad luck yesterday with the run out. I don't think it's an easy field to bat on. I think the outfield is heavy, and the ball itself is also getting a little bit heavy. So scoring runs is going to be a challenge on this field.
But you look good from ball one. You seem to have some sort of form. Yes, Samir.
Yeah, I think I brought my MAQ T10 form here as well.
Yeah.
I was definitely middling the ball nicely. So that was definitely good to see.
Well, you were out there for quite a while. You and Kurishi seems to have a good understanding running in between the wicket. You gave your team a good foundation. 4 overs to go. What do you think is a score that you can work with?
I would say, I think 4 overs, 40 runs. I would take that any day. 125, I think above 125, getting close to 125. I think that's a fighting score. I mean, the same team yesterday, you know, they batted first. They scored 126. So I'm really hoping, right, with our bowling and fielding, if we get to about 125, that will be a very fighting score here.
This is down the leg side, signal wide by the umpire. Good take there by the wicketkeeper. Talk us through that dismissal. You know, my initial reaction to it was that if you were in your batting stance, that would have passed you full over the waist. But I don't know. I was not out there.
Yeah, I think that was it's one of those, you know, tough decisions for the umpire to take. I mean, I was definitely you know, couple steps outside the crease, but it still hit me above, you know, way above the waist. I know, but I think at the end of the day, it's umpire's call. I think he thought through it and he made the decision of, you know, if I was in my batting stance, then that would not have been a no ball. So I mean, of course, as a batsman, I always like to think otherwise. But you know, I think with these challenging conditions, I would just give the benefit of doubt to the umpire and respect the call.
Well, at this point in time, the atmosphere has grown a bit heavy with the cloud cover, so the ball should be doing a thing or two towards the back end of the innings here. And a new ball is in operation because of the fact that the integrity of the ball was interfered with due to the wetness of the outfield. You know, that moisture is still in the outfield here, Zaire. Sorry, Samir.
Yeah, we don't have any sunshine here, so I think that's not helping the cause of drying out the outfield. So, you know, as Vinod said, the outfield is still quite, you know, quite heavy.
Oh, that's a lovely shot down the ground. He should look for 2 here. In fact, it's a good bounce. The fielder gets a good bounce moving to his left. So that's just 1.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think one thing I've seen in our innings is we're not able to find too many gaps. Somehow the ball is being hit nicely, but it's finding its way directly to the fielders. So not helping the cause of making doubles here.
And one other factor I think is that forgetting the gaps now, but getting the ball to go some distance. I think that moisture going into the ball makes it heavier. You had that problem?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. I think after a few balls, the ball definitely gets heavy. It's catching all the moisture from the ground, and it's definitely becoming challenging to actually hit the ball out of the park. So we're hoping, since there is no sunlight here, the other team is going to face the same challenges when they come into bat. So we got to make the best of that.
So here's a Prem again. And that one rushes on. You can see that one skidding on there to Zahir Khan, who casually comes down to the non-striker's end.
Yeah, I think he's gotta slide his bat.
Yeah, I think you'll have a word with him. So it's 89 for 3. They'll want to get a move on. The right man is in there though, Hassan. He can take the attack to the bowling team as he does here. That's 6. Is it? It's gonna go just
6. That barely
over the flag there for 6. So that's 6 runs.
That's beautifully struck. Barely hit the boundary rope, but the boundaries are really huge on this ground. So
Yeah.
I think that's all bonus points for us.
And that was all timing there from Hassan. From the moment it left the bat, it looked like 6. So 3 overs to go. It's 95 for the loss of 3.
Yeah, I think with both Hassan and Zahir being in there, I think it's well set. 3 overs, 30 runs. I think that will definitely get us to 125, and I feel that's gonna be at least a par score, for this game.
So 125 something. Runs on the board are runs on the board, and then scoreboard pressure comes into effect. Both teams fighting to stay alive. Any team that loses this morning, they're out. Just out of the reach of the fielder. That's one more to Zahir.
This is a do or die game, so I think both teams got to bring their best game out. Vishwanath definitely getting some bounce on this wicket.
But he has a new ball at his disposal as well, which means it's harder. There were no used balls to change around, so that is. It could also help the batting side. It's harder. It's gonna be easier to hit, and that should be 2. There is Zahir coming back for 2 and takes a score to 98. 120 still on the cards here, Samir.
Yes, definitely rooting for at least a 120. I think we certainly need at least one boundary in every over, and then a couple of doubles and few singles will get us there.
This one is in the air. This could be difficult. It's going to drop safely. They take 1 and they're going to go back for 2 easily.
That was good running.
Samir is down. Samir Hassan is down for the count here at the moment. And Zahir Khan is just posing on his bat as if, what's the big fuss? Let's run 2 more.
I think it's even though there is a bit of a breeze, but I think right there in the middle of the pitch it's still humid. After a few overs of batting, I had to get my gloves changed. They were quite wet, so you feel the humidity in there. And I think with that double right there, that gets 100 on the on the board.
100 for 3. That was Hassan trying to walk one. So
Hassan is struggling a little bit inside with those couple of the doubles. I think he's certainly hoping for a big shot here.
That's well played there by Zahir, but only a single. The field is set deep.
I think with that single, it brings 102 on the board. 2 more overs to go. And 102.
So it's 102 for 3.
भाई ये जाएगा ये देखो ये जाएगा
Well, Hassan just getting some water. So here's a theory mode. Comes in on balls, driven away. This is down to the third man boundary, but there is protection. Fielder runs gingerly across. That should have been 2, but Hassan just can't make a run at the moment. He'll have to make up with some lusty blows. That should have been 2.
I'm really hoping he makes up for those
I'll tell you something.
doubles that are being missed.
Zahir would not be happy with that. It has robbed him of a run. He's driving down the ground. So he needs a second win here, Hassan. He's on 36 of 25.
Yeah, I think we definitely need at least 1 boundary in the next 4 balls.
Oh, that one again, it's getting on. Playing a bit too early as well there, Zahir. Should have allowed that to come on to him and use the pace. So it's getting some good pace on it there, Prim. And again, Zahir rehearsing the right shot. Just getting back. I think some of you should just get back and look to use the pace down to third man. Third man is pretty wide.
I think he's trying to hit the ball way too hard rather than time it. So I think he's got to focus on timing the ball and maybe rotating the strike and giving Hassan a chance to hit another big one.
Not really getting the timing on that one. He gets a single. 105 now. Let's see what Hassan can do. 1 delivery in this over.
Definitely hope for a big one.
7 balls to go. Oh, that's a good shot. Powerful shot, but again, protection down on the sweeper.
Just like I mentioned, I think the The ball is being struck hard, but it's finding the fielders at the boundaries. So.
Yep. Well, he keeps a strike. Yeah, Hassan, 1 over to go, 106 for 3.
There's some confusion going on in the background with one short run, so I think that's got to get accounted for here in the score, and that should take the score to 105.
Well, you. This time Hassan is getting going the aerial route, and he should be out caught. Yes, he is. A fumble that gets him, and that's a big blow with 5 deliveries to go. He had no choice but to go after it. It's 106 now for the loss of 4.
Rahul is the new batsman in, right-handed batsman. Let's see, really hoping to get a few doubles and a boundary in this over. I think anything that gets us now at least close to 115. So Rahul trying to hit it way too hard and misses the ball. And there was a little bit of excitement inside with keeper throwing directly to the stumps, but it was called as a dead ball. 4 more balls to go. I think 4 critical balls. They need to maximize the runs in these balls as much as possible. Again, Rahul trying way too hard to hit the ball out of the park, but he needs to time it. I think the ball is a bit new and he's getting a good bounce, so he needs to really time the ball.
Well, he's struggling, and I think he's going to get a run out. So Rahul goes. It's a comedy of errors here now over the last 2 overs. So 2 wickets, not a run in this final over here, Samir.
Yeah, that was definitely what you would not expect to have in the last over, with certainly wickets in hand. I think the batsmen are missing the point here is to actually maximize the runs, but just trying to hit boundaries. I think they're totally missing the ball.
I think what he should have done is try to get a single get Zahir on strike. He was a set batsman, and again he used up 3 deliveries without contributing anything.
Soman is the new batsman. He used to reside in Florida as well. Used to open there for Coconut Creek.
You can see that in him already. He understands what needs to be done,
Yeah.
and he's immediately off. One would have thought that he should have probably gone in before Rahul, who used up 3 vital deliveries in the last over without contributing. Immediately, he gets Zahir on strike. These little things, Samir, is what makes a difference in a match.
That's so true. I think you need to be in the game all the time and understand the criticality, right? I
Yep.
think, and Rahul certainly missed that for the last 3 balls.
I think that's the end. Look at the wicketkeeper. He's running all over the place. So that's the end of the 20th over. 107 for 5. They'll be disappointed with that, the World All-Stars. And the target when we come back is 108. You can look at the scoreboard. The man top scoring is sitting next to me, Samir Khan, 29 of 26 deliveries. Sorry, Sami Hassan top scorer, 37 of 27. Samir Khan, 29 of 26. Makoreshi retired, who had 21 of 23. One would have thought that a better effort in the back end of the innings was required. They got a good platform. Gandhi 2 for 13 and a wicket apiece for Vishwanath and Satyajit. After more comments from Samir Khan, we take a short break. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Vinod. Certainly disappointed with that last over, but I think runs on the board now, and we gotta do our best to defend that.
Well, that's it. 108 when we come back.
Welcome back, viewers. The new innings is about to begin.
Well, the target is 108, is it?
108
108 is the
to
target.
win is what they need. And the opening bowling is going to be Murshid Kalam, bowling to a right-left combination. Anant Patel is the opening bowler for United CC. And a slight breeze has picked up on the ground, which should help with the swing. The first ball is a wide. Swings and misses. That's a much better length, but the line has to be adjusted by Murshid. Slight change in field setup, bringing in a deep gully for the edge. Well bowled. Trying to make the batsman's play by having him slash at the ball, hoping to get an edge. Keeping the pressure on. Definitely a much more strength in the breeze as it picks up. Our tent is also fluttering a little bit, indicating the higher wind speed, which should help the bowlers. Again, on well bowled. Batsman swinging. And time and again, I have also seen that when you are bowling a consistent line and length, frustrates the batsman and try to hit the big shots. And connects, and then this goes all the way down to. Now it's been fielded since the thick outfield, and they have crossed over for 2 runs. So the first 2 runs off the bat of Anant Patel. Vishal Gandhi is on the non-striker's end, and Murshid Kalam gets ready to bowl the next ball. It's very well bowled. As long as the batsman is not able to score in this game, a dot ball is a good ball. Every dot ball is a good ball. So far, we have 3 runs on the board off of 5 deliveries. Well bowled again, and there's appeal for run out, for catch out, and also a chance of a stumping, but the batsman was in. The first was an appeal for a caught behind, and then the keeper Zahir Khan, being very vigilant, threw the ball at the stumps, but the batsman was inside the crease. Bowler name is Huda. The new bowler coming in is Huda. He's a left arm orthodox spinner. Has played a lot of cricket, with a lot of experience under his belt. Adjusting the field. The first over has gone by with 3 runs on the board for United CC. Driven down to long off and fielded by Naveed, who throws it in quickly. Stops the single second run from happening. And on June 5th, there is a game in Orlando, apparently, which is between Gully Boys and United CC. So, but they're not the same team. I just wanted to mention that. It's a single, sharp single. Charlie fielded the ball, returned it back to the bowler.
Well, not a bad first over there by Morshed Kalam there, Junaid.
That was a very good over, and like I said, there were some balls which the batsman was trying to swing, but every dot ball is a good ball.
Yeah.
In limited over cricket, every dot ball is a good ball.
There's Huda. Man who would have played for Bangladesh on the 90 team. Struck on the pad. There's an appeal. That one not getting up.
The ball was a little short of length, and the batsman tried to hit it over mid-wicket. Did not connect.
Very cool weather.
There is definitely a little bit chill in the air, in the Arkansas air.
Driving nicely down the ground. This could be a catch. Taken by Morshed Kalam. And
What
Huda
a catch.
strikes.
Awesome.
That's a Bangladeshi combination there for you. Huda just pitching that one up and looking to drive down the ground was Gandhi and his compatriot from Chittagong. Morshed Kalam takes the catch. That's the first wicket there, Junaid.
That was very well planned by the fielding team. And brought in the right bowler and set the field up correctly. Kudos to World Star for getting the first wicket. So it's 5 for 1 of 1.4 overs. Next man in is Prem, number 3.
So here's Huda. Played away down to backward point. There's a fumble under pressure. All players. But Samir, who is one of the best fielders on this team, he had a fumble. And they able to get a single. What an over there from Huda. Just the 3 runs. And United CC are 6 for 1 after 2. Here's Morshad Kalam. This is pulled away and it's going to run into the boundary about now for 4. Short delivery there by Kalam. You'll want to pitch it up a bit. The remote playing that shot. So Morshad Kalam, very good fast bowler. Plays in the South Florida League with Junaid. Here he is. He was telling me early on that he's a bit concerned with the run-up. This is in the air to the left of Huda. It's going to run away into the boundary for 4. So this time trying to overcompensate. He pitched that one too much. Previous delivery too short. This one too far up. He just needs to find that balance, that back of a length, that hard length. You need to try and adopt.
Yeah, I think he was trying to do a little bit too much since he got struck for a boundary on the previous ball. And I do play in the South Florida League once in a while, but mostly I do play in the FCC, which is in the Central Florida League.
This time Huda is back, so he protects that one. Well, Huda guilty there of falling asleep, and now that's an overthrow, so they're not happy. Sloppy work there from the All-Stars. 3 runs the result, 17 for 1. Kalam is not happy.
It's a little chill, right? With jacket out there. Changed so fast. No, it was nice and warm in the morning, and now it's like.
It's Kalam again, swung away. It is going to go close to the boundary. Fielded now. There's a chance to run out. $20 for 1. Costly over here from Morshad Kalam. say good morning to our friends from Mad Hatters. Mad Hatters coffee and tea and everything that is good. Cracked away through the offside. They take one. They're going to come back for two. And they're going to go for three. Well, what an over here. 17 runs coming in that over. And it's 23 for 1 at the end of 3. It's going to be Huda. Is it to continue? Or is Charlie Javid going to take up the bowling? Let's see. So it's going to be Huda. So that over 20 coming in it. $23 for 1. In fact, 17 came in the over, so it's 23 for 1. And it's going to be Huda to continue. Driving to the left of Kurishi. He's not going to put his hands there. Remember, he's playing with an injured hand. That was cracked past him. And they take 3. They're going to come back for 4. So they run 4. First time we've seen in this MCL a pair running all 4. Change in the field, injured Kurishi goes down to a short third man. Here's Huda again, he comes in and bowls in the air, again in the gap. That goes for 4 more. So Huda going for runs now. 31 for 1. Struck away powerfully. That's another boundary. So Huda, who's normally very economically, has been taken to task here. 3 fours in the over, 4 deliveries is 35 for 1. cut away down to a point. There's a misfield, and they are looking to go back for 2. So, but only 1. I think what skipper Qureshi needs to do is he needs to get Nasir Charlie into the bowling attack quickly here now. Charlie needs to come in. They need to break this partnership. Prem Thirimut, who has been one of the better batsmen in this tournament so far, he's on 30 of just 12. So here's Huda to continue. It's going. It's in the air. Dropped by Charlie. The All Stars need to take hold their catches. That was a chance there. And the catch not taken by Nasir Charlie. That should have been the end of Patel. It's the end of the over, 37 for 1. Well, after that Mad Hatters break, we are back here at the cricket with United CC 37 for 1. Anant Patel is on 5. And Prem Thirimut on 30. It'll be Anant Patel who's on strike now. He was put down by Nasir Charlie in the last over. Let's see who's going to take up the attack. It seems as if Hassan is going to come into bowl. Surprised that Qureshi didn't bring Nasir Charlie on. So they'll need to take wickets. That's the only way they can come back into this contest. They need to take wickets. Wide signal there by the umpire. Hassan is unhappy with that. Edged and down to third man. Having a chase is Makarishi. They're going to come back for 2. In the air again. This time Junaid is giving chase from point. Gets there pretty quickly and they come back for 2. So runs continue to come here. Can in the gap. Back for 2. Too short on that occasion there by Hassan. So it's 46 for 1. One delivery to go in over number 5. Yeah. So an error there by the umpire. Still a delivery to go. Single. It's the end of the over. So at the end of it, at the end of 5, 47 for 1, 61 to get from the next 15 overs. So they'll need to take wickets and take them quickly, or else the All Stars will be out of this contest and out of the tournament. So it's going to be Junaid to take up the attack. So it continues to be cloudy. Let's see what Junaid brings to the table now. Still no Nasser Charlie. Oh, this is a bad delivery by Junaid. Whipped away. 2 more. He's again, this is short. Pulled away. Will this go for 4? Yes, it does. So Junaid too short here. And it's 53 for 1. The 50 comes up with that boundary. Junaid Ahmed. Sammy goes to over the wicket, but that's not the issue. His line is not the issue, it's his length. Sammy pulls away. And what seems to be the distraction? There was no one behind him, so that's very, very strange indeed. There was no one behind the bowler. And it should be given out there because he pulled away when the ball was already out of the hand of the bowler. Sam, it's in the air and it's going to go to the left of Morshed. No way. He could not have gotten to that. No way he was going to get to that. And that's two more. So it's Anand Patel. He's on to 23 now. He has joined the action. Remember, he was put down early on. There's Ahmed again. This time it's in the air. And it should be taken. The catch is dropped. So a simple catch dropped. Well, well, well. The only way they can come back into this game is by taking their catches, and they're not doing that. So the All-Stars falling apart here at the moment. Junaid unhappy with that, and he must be. Easy catch. Should have been taken. Now that's 6, and that's adding insult to injury. That's 6 runs. It's the end of the over. 64 for 1. Nasser Charlie is finally into the attack. Well, he's bold. He's actually bold. So Nasser Charlie gets a wicket off his very first delivery, and this is what you need, the experience of Charlie coming in. Tiramut is on 37. He's still the danger man. Anand Patel goes bowl all over the shop there by Nasser Charlie, and that's the second wicket to fall. Neville Patel is the new man going in now. This is pushed away. So that's one. So 65 for 2. Here is Charlie again. Oh, that's a good delivery. Good delivery. Just holding it back a bit. Former Pakistani E-team player and USA player. Charlie again, he comes in and bowls, backing away, pulling it down too long on. More shot attacks. They need wickets here. Charlie taking one in his first over, but they need more. It's Charlie again. Looking to sweep that on the onside. It went on the off. It's Charlie again. Tossed up. Inviting the shot. The remote beaten. Subtle variations. Good over there from Charlie. 1 for 3. The end of that over. It's 67 for 2. Let's have a Mad Hatters tea break. It's a big hit, and that goes all the way for 6. Hassan taking the task there by Neville Patel. Down the ground, they take 1. Ken in the air, and that should go for 4. 2 bounces into the boundary for 4. That's a powerful shot through the offside. It reaches Naveed in a hurry. That's only 1. It takes the score now to 79 for 2. Neville Patel 9, and the Theory Moot is on 43 of 20. Wow, that's a big hit. That's dumped for 6. Neville Patel using the long handle. So it's 23 required now of 72. So it's 85 for 2 at the end of 8. It's not actually Mad Hatters, but you can have it. I know my wife would take one. Yeah. I'm 2, yeah. It's 85 for 2. It's Charlie Pulling away. The remote. And so what's Charlie? He's a wild fox. Has ability. Charlie played for Pakistan A team, also played for the United States. It's in the air and running for taking the catch is Hassan. Charlie gets his second wicket and the score is 85 for 3. Gets rid of the dangerous remote. It's Nasir Charlie again. This is in the air. This could be another wicket. Hassan again takes the catch and Nasir Charlie has now taken 3. I thought that he came in too late into the attack and he's still trying his best. It's now 86 for 4. He have gotten rid of the dangerous remote and now follows with Neville Patel. Is there a swing still to this game? Played away down to deep mid wicket. It's Nasir Khan who attacks that. Nasir Javid, former United States player, has turned this match around a bit. 3 for 6. Here he is now. Tossed up in the air. The field is set a bit too deep though. You need one up and the other back. There's a chance to run out. Who that fires in the return? But he reaches in. So Charlie at the end of 2 overs, 3 for 8, and United are 90 for 4. Take something miraculous here from the World All Stars to get back into this one. Charlie's trying. Here's Huda. Ball him! Yes, so Huda strikes. 90 for 5. Is there a fight back in store? There's a chance here for the catch. Out of the reach of Naveed and Morshed, and they go back for 2. So it's a lot of panic outside there now. 92 for 5. pushed away. So Ura leading a fight back here. That's started by Nasir Charlie. There's Ura. He's keeping Patel quiet. So at the end of the 10th over, the score is 93 for 5, and Nasir Charlie will continue. This time there's a chance for two, but not with that man, Samir Khan. Running in, attacking, fighting. And this is what you want to see, that fighting spirit. Samir Khan running in, sliding, and in one fell swoop, getting the ball back to Charlie at the non-strikers end. Here's Nasir Charlie again. And this is in the air. Morshed is there. He takes a catch. Charlie strikes. He now has 4 for 9, and it's 94 for 6. Well, well, well. This is ending up to be an entertaining one when it looked as if these guys were just marching to victory from the United Cricket Club. It's the 11th over in progress. 94 for 6. Nasir Charlie, 4 for 9. Short delivery by Charlie. Got away with that one. Chance for run out, and slow to react. There was Hassan. Just 13 to win. It's Charlie again. Quicker, flatter. Down to Morshed. Gets a nice bounce. This is down the leg side. Probably touched something on the way. It's the end of Charlie's third over. He has 4 for 11, and the score is 96 for 6. Looking to come back for 2. Morshed is really way back. And on this field, the field can't be set that far back. The great Kishore Kumar is passing in front of us. He enjoyed himself yesterday. Pushed up on the offside. This is struck down the ground and no one is there. That's 4. That's 100 up now. It's 102 for 6. So they're just 6 runs away from victory. This is driven away. Runs here. They come back for 2. So to win, just what, 4 runs? 2 deliveries to go in. Huda's over. He's bowled him. He's cleaned him up, Huda. 104 for 7. Huda gets his 3rd wicket. Sampat Dindu is the man in now. Huda has 1 delivery in his over. 1 delivery in his spell. 3 for 28. It's in the air. And it's going to go for 6. That's the end of the game. He ends it with a 6. And it's the end of the match. United Cricket Club winning by 3 wickets. A good fight by the All-Stars, but United winning still.